Siemaneczko ludziska, z strony wasz host Max nie umie grać w kolejnym streamku z Honkai Starlail. Oj tak, czemu nie w czwartek zaś w sobotę? Bo ja nie mam pojęcia, czy będę do cholery wiedział, czy będzie to niedziela. Czy niedzielę w ogóle będę streamował? O, tak to chciałem powiedzieć. Dobra, no to zaczynamy naszą zabawę. Kontynuujemy nasze przygody z Honkaiem Starlailem, to już mówiłem. Main story, główny wątek fabularny, potem losowanko. W sumie jak zawsze.
Hey, did you hear about our next stop? It's a world called Penacony. I hear it's a beautiful, dreamy place. I'm so excited, but Pom Pom said the banquet we were invited to is still a little ways off.
Okej.
What can I do to pass the time? Huh? Is that my phone? Must be the group chat.
Okej. Będziemy lecieć do następnej planety. Aha, tutaj jest, wysłała oczywiście boomerskość coś. I the message express crew. Oczywiście ja odpowiadam, witam bronia. Oczywiście było trochę czasu. Nie mogła otrzymywać wiadomości, była zajęta. Bla 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 bla, coś festiwal. Była zajęta tego festiwalem. Jasne. Wpadniemy na festiwal. Będzie impreza. Mam nadzieję, że będą naczosy. Żartuję. W ogóle nasza bohaterka, ona lubi grzebać w śmieciach, jak co. I to jest kanoniczne. Dan Hank jest zajęty. Okej. To jest nam drugi kumpel, Dan Hank, ten taki zawsze poważny. Jakby ktoś się pytał, kto to jest. Ona jest... Oni ją specjalnie, bo to memy są oczywiście na temat gry.
That Don Hung. He can't just ignore Branya. Let's go to his room and talk to him.
Oczywiście muszę iść do jego pokoju. Więc, o hejka, hejka. Byłem zajęty jeszcze udostępnianiem tego filmu, bo zawsze zapomniałem udostępnić. Nawet nie jeśli ludzie są już na moim kanale, prawdopodobnie nikt nie będzie tego.
A letter?
Może jakiś jeszcze fioletowy quest uda nam się zrobić po drodze. W zależności jak będę miał oczywiście siły i pasji, by to zrobić. Wiedziałem, że siedzi w swoim pokoiku. Wierzcie, w końcu spotkałem go w jego własnym pokoju.
Branya just sent all of us a message. Did you see it yet?
Yes, I saw it.
Czy to jest tekst typu, a wysłałem ci mesa, czytałeś?
Branya's a good friend of ours.
I'm sorry. I'm just not in the mood for idle chat. There's been a
Jestem
lot
zbyt
weighing on my
smutny na
mind
to, by
since the
rozmawiać z wami.
It was tough on the spirit.
Don Hung.
Zawsze zapominam udostępniania, dlatego muszę to zrobić.
I was being too
Jakby się ktoś
pushy.
przejął tym.
You're right. You went through a lot on the Xianzhou. Take all the time you need.
On jeszcze musi się pozbierać po przygodzie na poprzedniej planecie, gdzie on zrobił wielka moc, wyzwolił swoją przeszłość i stał się potężny. Dan Hank powinien zostać na statku i odpocząć. Tak jest.
Thank you for understanding. It's great that Belobog is able to host a celebration. I hope your trip goes well. Say hi to our friends for me.
Okay. Rest
Mówię, on
up.
się jeszcze nie pozbierał.
You're not allowed to miss the next Trailblaze expedition.
I'll be there next time.
He won't budge, huh? Looks like it's just the two of us then.
Jak zawsze.
never get the chance to go on a stress-free adventure.
Czy stres free, znaczy, że bezstresowo dla nas, czy bezstresowo dla planety?
Don't get yourself all worked up. If your Rillo 6 is strong enough to withstand a Stellaron, it'll be just fine. If only Himeko could come with us.
A co o pompomie?
Mom can't just leave the express whenever they feel like it. You didn't know? Seems like someone wasn't paying attention. Why don't we go ask Himeko to tag along? She might be up for an adventure. You've been on the express for a while now, but you've never gone on a trip with Himeko before, right? Well, now's your chance.
Tu się mnie pytasz. Mam to w X-ie. O, idziemy do jej pokoju, wpaść do niej z tą... A nie, siedzi obok, dobra. Myślałem, że wpadniemy do jej...
That's a big smile on your face. What's the good news?
Himeko,
Brak newsów.
there's a celebration coming up on your Rillo 6, organized by the Supreme Guardian, and we're invited to go take in the sights and
Powiem
sounds.
jedno. Zapraszają cię na nudną, sztywną imprezę. Zawsze dobrze, Himeko, wyglądasz ubrany w sukni, więc zapraszamy zawsze na gość oficjalnych przyjęć. Taki maksymalny awans na pracowanie kołibok.
So that explains the grin. You're excited about the celebration. Thanks for the invite, but
Dzisiaj piję wodę.
my hands are full right now.
Zawsze cola zero, a teraz woda. Jakby się ktoś pytał w ogóle. Kto pytał? Ty pytałeś. Albo on pytał. Wiesz, jest tam taki koleś zawsze, to zawsze ma tą kartkę i mówi, co to jest z skryptu. Wcale nie mam tutaj monstrualną ilość ludzi. Kiedyś trzebało mieć całą ekipę, żeby robić filmy, a teraz wystarczy ci kamerka, dobry komputer i może zrobić to samo. W live'ie. A zwiększyłem sobie kamerkę, mam nadzieję, że wam się podoba i więcej mi nie będzie. Więcej moich pokręconych rzeczy, albo ładnych jakby ktoś tam wolił. To ja tam robiłem? Aha, i idziemy na imprezę. Teraz doję. Co za korona lodu? Teraz będziesz Do you wanna build a snowman? Bardzo fancy.
It's been sitting in my wardrobe collecting dust for far too long, but now I finally got the chance to wear it.
So much fancy.
This kind of event doesn't come around every day. Why shouldn't I dress for the occasion? You're not really gonna wear that same old outfit, are you?
No niestety, nie mam! Moja szafa jest pusta.
As long as one of us is making an effort.
Ale ładny ciuch.
Pajamas, hot water bottle, pom-pom doll. That should be everything. Let's go. Wow, that was fast. Don't you have anything you want to bring with you?
Moje relikty.
Other people might fall for that, but I won't. I was just taking a look at Mr. Yang's records, and it seems like your Rillo 6's average temperature has warmed up quite a bit.
A,
Much warmer
jednak
than
się
it
coś
was on our
zmienia.
first trip there. I wouldn't call it livable just yet, but things are looking up. I'm so happy for Branya and Zila. Ready to go?
To jest tak, powiem jedno. Myśmy, jakby tak skrócić tą historię, co się działo poprzednio, zniszczyliśmy Sterelon u nich w Rillo 6 o wiele wcześniej, bo poprzednio była w ogóle inna planeta. Na samym początku to moje chyba pierwsze streamy były. 3. czy 4. któryś był, że wylądowaliśmy tam. 5., 6. chyba, że rozwiązaliśmy tamtą sytuację na tamtej planecie. A jedna kolejna fajna rzecz, która się teraz działa, to... Poczekaj, co to było? Aha, że teraz klimat się ociepla i faktycznie mam nadzieję, że będzie tak, że te efekty tego, że myśmy ocieplili tą planetę, będą w końcu widoczne. Możliwe, że to będzie teraz. A szczerze powiedziawszy, szkoda. O, filmik. Filmik, ja robię to.
Galabog. 700 years. It's never too late to pick up the tab.
Czy oni zapłacili rachunków za prąd kosmiczny?
Oh, brr. How do people living in all this snow celebrate
Wracamy?
anything? Oh, one thing's for sure, though. Where there's a celebration, there's bound
Trzeba
to
się
be
popatrzeć.
food, right? Come on, Belabog. Don't let me down.
Wiesz, że tam są ludzie?
That person over there. That doesn't look like a Silvermane Guard uniform.
Nie.
All in black. Surely they're not IPC on this world? Am I going crazy?
No, IPC, znaczy, że ci z międzynarodowego, takie bandy, znaczy nie bandy, co ja mówię, organizacji międzyplanetarnej, o, coś takiego. Czy międzygalaktycznej organizacji, coś takiego. I podejrzewam, że Lilo Six należy tej organizacji, ale po 700 lat dopiero się skomunikowali z nim. Ale patrząc na monetę, to ja się domyślam, że chodzi o to, że od 700 lat nie płacili podatków organizacji międzyplanetarnej i za niedługo rozwalą im planetę i zbudują autostradę kosmiczną.
The Interastral Peace Corporation.
Dokładnie.
Who else? The one whose insignia is pretty much everywhere? That IPC. You still don't remember? Oh, what about Findy? That's one of their products. Oh, and the Interastral Peace broadcast. You know the one always being played on the Express?
Raz posłuchałem sobie dla
Never
ciekawości.
mind, it's not that important. The important question is, what are the IPC doing on Eurilo 6?
I to jest moja teoria. Zobaczymy, czy będzie
There's
to.
only one way to find out.
Ask.
Let's go ask. I've always found IPC staff easy to talk to. Hi, do you work for the Interastral Peace Corporation? Or are you just dressing fancy today?
Znak zapytania, kropeczki, znak zapytania.
Boss, encounter with 2 unknowns. Want me to take them out? Over.
To take us out?
Take them out? Just hang tight for a second. I'm on my way. Don't do anything stupid.
Ja cię w 5 sekund rozwalę, jestem mocnarny. Moja mocarna ekipa wam wkopie.
Glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Topaz, an investment expert from the Interastral Peace Corporation. I'm here on Eurilo 6 for a special business assignment. You'll have to forgive my colleague here. People skills aren't his strong suit. Please don't take it to heart.
Phew, you scared the life out of me. We're here for the celebrations. We're not looking for more conflicts. Oh, right. We should probably introduce ourselves. I'm March 7th, a passenger of the Astral Express. You may have heard of it? And this is my friend and fellow passenger.
Mercedes.
No kidding. I could tell you weren't locals from a mile away, but I didn't expect to run into 2 nameless here. Fate is such a curious thing. I heard that Eurilo 6 only stepped out of the Stellaron's shadow thanks to the direct intervention of the Trailblazers. Surely you two aren't...
Tak, to my.
Huh? Jeez, can you be a little more humble?
I never imagined I'd run into living legends here. Must be your lucky day, huh, Numby?
Jakiś pet. Oczywiście wszędzie kokardki.
Topaz, you're really young for an IPC executive. That's impressive.
More good luck, I suppose. But it's not as cushy as you think. Scurrying from one side of the galaxy to the other. Going wherever businesses require me to be.
Galaktyczny poborca podatkowy.
Your job sounds pretty similar to the Express cruise. Aside from the business, I guess. Oh, Branya moves fast. The crisis is only just over and she's already opened talks with the IPC.
These talks aren't exactly what you might expect.
Ah.
But I have to agree. The Supreme Guardian definitely knows how to govern a city. That's the reason I'm here on Eurilo 6, to meet with her. Miss March, you said you were on your way to Belobog festivities, right? My apologies for delaying you both.
Don't be sorry. It's not like we're in a rush. Want to come to the city with us? The snow plains are freezing, and it's easier than you think to get lost out here.
Thanks for the concern, but I'll manage. It's my first time on this world. I'd like to take it in its vast, iconic snowscape for just a
Raczej
little longer.
poradzi sobie.
Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths again during the celebrations. Oh, here's my contact information. I don't usually respond during work hours, but I'd be happy to chat off the clock.
Okej.
Wow, I actually managed to get an IPC executive's phone number without even trying. As if anyone would ever believe that.
You two make a cute pair.
A dzięki.
Anyway, I'd better be on my way. See you next time.
Dobra, poznaliśmy kosmicznego poborcę podatkowego i
Universe
jego bardzo
is
rozmownego kumpla.
huge. Yet we somehow stumbled onto the same path. Fate truly works in mysterious ways, don't you think? Come on, let's head into the city.
Okej, ładuje się.
Wow, there are people everywhere. Are you sure we're in Belobog? And now to check out the main event. Hang on a sec. Isn't that Wallace up ahead? Looks like he's finally made some friends. I wonder what they're talking about.
A, posłuchamy, jak tak bardzo jest.
Why don't you tell everyone how you were released from jail so quickly? Selling cultural relics and impersonating Silvermane guards are both heinous crimes.
Well, it was all thanks to my uncle, you know.
Ah, I remember. Your uncle is Minister Nowe. He heads up the Department of Transportation, no?
Aha.
Yes, you knew that too?
You're shameless, Norbert. Not to be rude, but if I were thrown in jail, I would...
Do you think I wanted to? I'm not the type of person to abuse my staff.
Well, I don't really know about that.
Get off my back,
Bla
will
bla
you?
bla bla.
I had to deal with hardened criminals in jail.
Bla bla
Now
bla
that I'm
bla
free,
bla
my
bla.
supposed friends are ganging up on me.
Looks like things are getting heated. I think we'd better get out of here.
Bla bla bla. Dobra. Tych NPC-ów jest... A, Pela.
Pela? Looks
Tak, to jest Pela.
I'll be introducing the history of the museum.
Zanudza dzieci. A co innego może robić?
Okay. Belobog's History and Culture Museum was founded 600 years ago. It was originally built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa.
I'm so hungry. I wish I could have a red sunset salmon right now.
It was built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa Rand, and also...
Guess what? I heard there's gonna be a Silvermane adventure camp opening in the overworld soon. It's gonna be super awesome.
No raczej są zajęte czymś innym.
Also, those who sacrificed their lives in the war against the invaders 700 years ago. Miss Pela, Peter is falling asleep. Enough. From now on, no whispering aloud. If you don't want to have any homework later, you'd better start listening. Sorry, Miss Pela.
No tak, ja też uważałem, że zadawanie komuś zadań domowych to jest faktycznie coś okrutnego.
Oh, I never knew Pela had a strict side.
No co? Uczyć kaszojady, nie? Kaszojady, muszę uciekać. Za dużo kaszojadów. Co mamy tam? A tam jest ciekawego, pójdziemy sobie tutaj. Bo widzę, że tutaj jest ktoś...
Quick!
Woo! Thanks, everyone! Hope you're ready for a great show. Let's get started. Heartbeats will shake me.
So rules can't break me.
Crank the sound and let your soul be free.
Czemu ta baba udaje, że gra na gitarze? Poczekaj, ja też umiem. O, patrzcie, jak ja gram na gitarze. Co ci się nie wczytało? I trochę czasu później.
Who'd have thought just taking a stroll could be so tiring? Say, I think we should probably pay Branya a visit. After all, she was the one who invited us here. Or we could go check out some other fun stuff elsewhere. Your call.
Okej, a idziemy już. Chyba że posłuchamy jeszcze, co tu się dzieje w okolicy, bo widziałem, że jeszcze była interesująca ta kubka. Można zrobić listening. Jeżeli tu jest w ogóle coś ciekawego. A, chyba nie.
The Supreme Guardian mentioned there'd be mystery guests attending the Soulworm celebrations, but I didn't think it'd be the Express crew. I hope you had a smooth journey. I should have dispatched Silvermane guards to welcome you on arrival. My apologies.
No właśnie. Zostałem oficjalnie zaproszony, a te twoje strażniki chuja robią. Ty, jestem ważną osobistością, panie! Ci strażniki, panie!
Heartbeats will shake.
Okej, tu jest impreza na całego. Kłepulfort. O, tu też się dzieje impreza, tylko troszeczkę inna.
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot be pinned on you, nor anyone else for that matter. However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day, its debt cannot simply be written off.
Długi?
Oh, it looks like we have some visitors.
Branya! And Topaz? You're here too? I guess you've already started your business talks. We'll get out of your way if...
It's no bother. We've pretty much wrapped things up already anyway. Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Eurelo 6 wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit record with the IPC will be of great importance.
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz. I'll require some time to consider my next course of action.
Naturally.
A słucham jak to
However,
dialogu.
while you're deliberating, my colleagues will need to carry out some operations in Belobog. I hope that your subjects in the underworld are cooperative. I'm sorry our business got in the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
No mówię, że tu coś chodzi o hajsy. Mają długi? Międzygalaktyczne długi? Czy przypadkiem miałem rację?
Is everything all right, Branya? I didn't know Miss Topaz was so... intense. She seemed nice when we met her.
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected guest. The lady you just witnessed, she claims to represent the eyepiece. There's no need to keep either of you in the dark. To tell the truth, I have too much weighing on my mind right now to even think about the Soulworm Festival.
Dokładnie, słyszeliśmy słowo dług.
Since you've already made her acquaintance, I needn't explain who she is. I'm sure you've heard pieces of Belobog's history the first time you visited. The Legion's invasion 700 years ago, how the Stellaron brought about the Eternal Freeze. It seems that much of Belobog's history from that time was buried deep beneath the snow. Those memories were lost and weren't passed down to the subsequent generations of Supreme Guardians. Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Eurelo 6. how the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster and chose to leave in large numbers. Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they departed, they did something noteworthy. They sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. The IPC provided these architects with significant funds to aid them against the coming disaster. It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from the same pool.
Wow, that's a pretty incredible story. So, does that mean Topaz's business here is to collect a debt from Belobog?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Mówiłem! Tax collector.
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here? If it wasn't for us eliminating the Stellaron, they'd have nothing to collect. It's obvious they're just trying to take advantage.
According to her account, the repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. However, less than a century after the loan was taken out, the connection between Yarillo 6 and the rest of the galaxy was completely severed. The IPC deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. As such, they considered the owed sum permanently lost. It wasn't until the Stellaron crisis was resolved that the IPC discovered that Belobog had survived.
Przeżyliście? Teraz płacić! Płać.
And the interest.
Ile jesteście winni?
Astronomical amount. I don't even know how to read such a long string of numbers.
Kilka pewnie, może nawet kilka biliardów.
If the payments were delayed, the IPC would give her the authority to employ strong measures.
I had no idea things were like
Wyciągną stąd pieniądze, choćby nie wiadomo co. Przerażające. Tego nigdy nie miejcie długów. I zawsze szybko spłacajcie. Nie chcę interweniować w takie rzeczy, bo to może zrobić międzygalaktyczny problem.
Right. We need to figure out how to help them. The IPC is too big and powerful. Even if Bronya steps in, it'll be hard for her to resolve.
Przyjdą i zrobią co mają zrobić. Mówię, wyciągną te pieniądze.
You seem to have a deeper knowledge of the Interastral Peace Corporation than I do. But if the records are accurate, and they truly have a presence throughout the galaxy, the IPC could crush Belobog like a bug if they wanted to. I'm glad you're both here.
Będziecie kolonią zaraz. To jest straszne. No ale tak w sumie by wyglądało, nie?
I must ask you and the Astral Express for help.
Nie chcę pomagać.
You could persuade Topaz to reevaluate the situation. The Express's reputation precedes it. Perhaps there's still hope.
Have no fear, Bronya. When a friend's in need, the Nameless will always be at their side.
Szczerze powiedziawszy, to możemy sobie pogadać, ale ewentualnie możemy uzgodnić, w jakim terminie spłacicie długi, czy jesteśmy w stanie podzielić to na przykład na 1000 lat spłacania. Jeżeli dacie gwarancję, że wasza cywilizacja przetrwa tyle.
Yeah, after all, this girl here is a pretty good negotiator.
Hardcore negotiation?
Both of you. I'm so sorry for dragging you into more trouble. While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation. Best of luck. And stay safe.
Wszystko jest wiadome. Dobra. Mieli długi. W przeszłości 2800... Nie 700, tylko 280 lat temu pobrali od nich sporą sumę, by zbudować potężne mury i automatony, żeby się bronić przeciwko temu wszystkiemu. A potem przyszedł Stellaron, zerwał całkowicie połączenie i papa poszli. A myśmy je odnowili, no i okazuje się, że przyszli i teraz możemy w końcu poprosić o spłatę długów, a już odsetki się trochę naliczyły, więc mają teraz takie numery. No.
Oh hey, I just remembered. Topaz gave me her number. We might as well just be direct and ask her where she is. She seems like the type of person who appreciates a straight approach.
Greeting, Director Topaz is currently busy and unable to reply to messages. Please wait. Please wait. Wait. So repeating yourself, and the Topaz has gone. Okay, hello, Director Topaz schedule for... To was on inspekcja muzeum Blaubalk. I tak powtórzył. Dobra, Essie powiedział, gdzie jest. Jest w muzeum.
Okay, got it. She's at the museum. Let's get going. We better think about what we're gonna say. She might be young, but she is an IPC executive. She's definitely no pushover.
Ja wiem, co mam mówić. Aha, bo ona teraz wylicytowuje, dobra. To jest coś warte, to sprzedamy. 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 I nakleja teraz naklejki. Sell, fall sell. I będzie taśmą wszystko zagradzać, żeby, wiesz, sprzedać to wszystko. No. To będzie ciekawe. Nie, wasz stały syf nie jest opłacalny, więc będziecie naszą kolonią i spłacicie nas wszystkich. Kosmiczna kolonizacja w sposób biurokratyczny. To całkiem ciekawe. O, jest. Tak. No mówiłem, że naznacza na sprzedaż. Sprzeda połowę Belaborga i będzie git.
Oh, it's you two again. This is the third time today we've run into each other.
Wysłaliście mi wiadomość.
Oh, did my smart reply function tell you where I was? It's a system developed by the technology department. Pretty neat, right? What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's strokes, I can tell it's no ordinary piece. It portrays a certain kind of sorrow, you know? Not your everyday kind of sadness. It runs much deeper than that. It's as if the artist had condensed history into one poignant but sorrowful image. The artist's brushwork depicts a several generations' hardships.
Nie, troszeczkę się znasz.
Not at all. The analysis of an aficionado. I wouldn't take my word for it. The Express has visited many worlds. I'm sure the Nameless have a far greater knowledge of such things than I suppose. What I'm trying to say is, what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is painted, but its overall value. Its intrinsic value may only be 50,000 credits, but its added value might push the total up to 200,000.
Sorry for crashing your artist party, but we came to talk to you about something else.
So? A collaboration between our two sides, perhaps?
Not exactly. Actually,
Let's walk and talk. This way.
Okay, walking talking.
Most exhibits in this museum are of little value. But with a keen eye, it's possible to find a diamond in the rough, so to speak.
Głównie obrazy pewnie.
Miss Topaz, Branya's already told us about Belobog's debt situation.
Oh. You two are closer than I expected with her. So, how can I help? Not sure in the arrangement, or...
Help me out here. You know I'm not good at this kind of thing.
Ani ja. Nie.
I see. I understand. From your point of view, I can see how unreasonable it appears. However, you must understand that debt collection is a big part of my job. I've dealt with cases far more difficult than Belobog's. I appreciate each case has its difficulties. But if I treated every late debtor as a special case, the galaxy's economy would come to a grinding halt. The Strategic Investment Department is well versed in handling such situations. We can offer the debtor various repayment solutions, but Eurilo 6 has far exceeded the allotted repayment
No,
period.
mówiłem.
I'm afraid milder solutions aren't the order of the day. So, I proposed to Branya. Oops, almost gave away trade secrets there, didn't I? That was a close one. The exhibits here are pretty ordinary. I estimate they're probably not worth much. Let's keep moving.
Na pewno nie będę spłacał czyichś długów.
Basically saying
Tam był
the
taki tekst.
Belabogians must pay off their ancestors' debts.
Tak.
When you think about it, it's just another part of the cycle of life.
I'm not sure it's as poetic as that.
Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Eurilo 6? It's so...
Fluffy can want to live once.
I suppose it probably is. Otherwise, it wouldn't be on display here. That's such a shame. I absolutely adore little animals. Have you guys met Numby yet? I guess they're off playing somewhere.
So, Miss Topaz, what exactly will it take for the IPC to go easier on Belobog? Branya invested so much just to make this world a little better. And now, it feels like all of her efforts will be undone in the blink of an eye. It's just so cruel.
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March?
Właśnie.
We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all followers of the preservation. No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Otherwise, we'd be no different from the Legion, would we?
So you're saying there's nothing to worry about? But Branya...
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. She'll understand. But to answer your question directly, it'd take a miracle. I'll complete the Eurilo 6 project no matter what obstacles I encounter.
This isn't going as planned. What should we do?
What should you do?
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this matter. Why not make the most of the festive atmosphere? Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me. My apologies, but I should probably take this. Bye!
Zagadaliśmy ją, bo przeszkadzaliśmy jej w pracy. A ona tu wyceniała wszystkie rzeczy.
So, what now? We spent ages trying to convince her and she didn't move an inch.
Nie obiecywaliśmy, że uda nam się.
Well, yeah, but she'll be really disappointed. I guess Miss Topaz is just doing her job. And as far as the Express is concerned, I think it'd be unwise to make the IPC our enemy. All these vested interests. So hard to undo any of it. They teach this stuff in school. Wait, did I even go to school?
Właśnie!
Did someone send you a message?
Jesteś najlepszą osobą. Nigdy nie poszła do szkoły. Nigdy. Albo nie pamięta. Szkoła jest u dupy. Tartuję. Nie. I had you back in Bellaborg, Mercedes. Give me a shout, you have a minute, is urgent. What's up, Sele? What's going on? Request tamten remote, migrate mind by force. Ask Bolania what to do, to her, don't mess. Nie przeszkadzaj im, bo oni mogą być groźni, jak wpadną, to robią wielką dziurę w ziemi zaraz. Trzeba iść, poszli się bić?
Huh? The IPC are causing trouble in the underworld? Already? Seriously? Topaz was just talking about taking the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Oh, and now they're pulling this stunt? You really can't trust these money-hungry IPC suits for a minute.
Ja podejrzewam jedno, że po prostu oni zeszli na dole, żeby sprawdzić wartość kopalni całej w Bellaborgu, w podziemiach. No a oni wiadomo, you won't take on me? No jak zawsze oni gadają, no i wiadomo, zaczęli się bić, nie? Bo to są prymitywy te siedzące w podziemiach. Here we go again.
I really did jinx us. I don't think I have it in me to play the hero today. I guess complaining won't get us anywhere. Let's go lend them a hand.
Oh she, here we go again. Z tego mema.
Where to now?
O, zabrali wam kopalnię. Siemano.
Hey! Am I glad to see you two here? I'm not sure how much longer we can hold out.
Czy ktoś jest ranny?
Nobody's been seriously hurt.
A, całe
But a few
szczęście.
wildfire members got minor injuries. Fortunately for us, it seems like they were holding back. Their weapons and automatons are much stronger than anything we have. You see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone in or out. Hey! Just because you have fancy equipment doesn't mean you can bully us! Who do you think you are? What's the matter? Got nothing to say?
What's going on inside the mine? Any ideas?
Właśnie.
A few miners made it out earlier. They looked pretty panicked. They said the whole mine had been seized by the people in black. These uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. All I know is that they're seriously disrupting the lives of the underworlders.
Dobra, zajmiemy się tym.
Do you think Topaz is around here somewhere? Maybe her cronies are acting without her authorization.
The person you're talking about, are they in charge of the people in black? Potaz, Pazto, whatever her name is, she can wait.
Stop.
Right now, the most important thing is to free those trapped in the Great Mine. Are you two with me?
Niestety trochę muszę.
Hey, you two! Cat got your tongue or something? If you knew what was best for you, you'd get out of my way.
You guys must be exhausted standing here all day. How about you take a little lunch break? I'm sure the IPC allows that, right?
I'm guessing your boss stand aside.
What's their deal?
You two were talking to the director in the snow plains.
So it's you! You're the one who was threatening to take us out in the snow plane! Do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss knows to treat us with respect, you'd better start showing some yourself.
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets through, I'll lose 6 months of performance bonuses.
Team leader? You're even lower on the pecking order than I thought.
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid
Oh,
preparing to
Boże.
join the IPC. I went through 17 interviews before they finally hired me. What right do you deadbeats have to criticize me?
IPC? Interviews? I don't know what you're rambling on about, but you're really testing my patience. No need to waste our breath on this idiot. Let's do this.
Wiedziałem, że to tak skończy. O, lód i ogień. O, mam jakiś ten symbol. Fajne ataki
Time
mają.
to changed. Heaven's search. Break. Awaken through world cleansing dragon.
Wiecie co? Automat. Bo walka tutaj jest specyficzna, ale podoba mi się, że to są nowe jednostki do walki. No przypominałem tam tych zwykłych kolesi. Mam taką fajną, ostrą lancę, albo energetyczną lancę, o, coś w tym stylu. A ci mają coś w rodzaju muszkieta energetycznego. Nie, to łatwe dla mnie, ale muszę kogoś zmienić.
That's it? He sure took off quickly.
17 rounds of interviews and these are the best people they can find?
No to
What a
dupy.
joke.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Oni miałem...
I've been warned that the ones in the mine won't go down without a fight. Let's set off when you're ready.
Zmieńmy sobie party bardziej kanonicznie. Żartuję. Tak naprawdę to nie. Potrzebuję kogoś po prostu pod ogień, a oni są słabi na ogień i lód. Ciekawe słabości mają. Aha, coś chciałem powiedzieć, tylko nie pamiętam. Kurde, Sele mi urwała zdanie.
Ready for action?
Dobra, lecimy się bić. No, ale najlepiej tak ogień i to. Swaroż.
Hello, it's Mr. Svarog, isn't it? And this cute little girl must be Clara.
Hello, miss. Are you...
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with Mr. Svarog.
Clara, go inside and wait for me.
Huh? But if you have a guest, maybe I should...
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend.
Od razu ją wyczuł.
Clara, everything will be fine.
O wiesz, twaroż jest mocny. Ale nie wiem, czy to aż tak mocny.
So, it seems my source was right. Who'd have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot and a little girl? So heartwarming.
You bear the insignia of the Interastral Peace Corporation. What is your motive for coming here?
Straight to the point, huh? I like your
Jakie
style.
motywy?
Urilo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. It's about to become the property of the IPC. No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any power in the galaxy. I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Urilo 6 can generate value. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests, undefined. Analyzing objectives, analysis failed. Tell me, emissary, how do you plan to convince the IPC leadership?
That's simple. I'll show you.
This is...
Source code, or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control of all mechanized units in
O
Belobog.
Boże, ma
I'm
kod
sure
źródłowy.
you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the underlying systems created by the IPC. The code is so refined that the engineers never saw any reason to change it.
Najlepszy kod źródłowy, jaki im dali, oni w ogóle go nie
assume
zbidykowali
you're
przez
also
700 lat.
aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons, enough to crush the Legion's vanguard, lay dormant within. This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that Urilo 6 has a place in the company's long-term strategies. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are buried.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of civilization at a macro level. What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a relatively peaceful approach.
I understand. I will assist you with your plan.
Oh, so you're not as stubborn as the
Dostał raz w dupę, dlatego.
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis indicates that you are indeed trying to find ways to ensure the survival of this world. Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability
Siemano, sali, co tam u ciebie?
Your calculations are slightly on the conservative side. Here's to our future cooperation.
A sobie pykam,
You
a
wouldn't
robię fajne
mind
rzeczy.
leading the way, Mr. Svarog.
A postanowiłem sobie pograć w main story. I o dziwie, twarożek przyłączył się do tej baby. Od tax kolektora. Więc się nie dziwię czemu. Ludziom się może nie podobać, ale wasi przodkowie zrobili długi i trzeba je spłacić. Czemu ostatnio otaczają mnie wiecie długi? W realu i w świecie wirtualnym. Zrządzenie losu.
All the miners here huddled together. Anyone else getting deja vu?
Oj tak.
Well, the situation here is pretty similar to when you first arrived. It's just that instead of a few thugs and broken robots, now we're dealing with much more formidable adversaries.
Hey, check it out!
tak.
Isn't that Topaz's little trotter over there? Oh, what was it again? Numby,
Odpowiedź
right?
jest tak. Jest to kontynuacja wątku fabularnego po tym, jak naprawiliśmy trzecią planetę. Wróciliśmy z powrotem na drugą planetę, bo są problemy. Z międzygalaktyczną organizacją, którą Relo Six, czy Jarro Six, zapożyczył pieniążki, które teraz trzeba spłacić. A okazało się, że zapożyczyli 700 lat temu. I nieźle na odsetki narosły. Tak jest skrót. Oniok? Oniok?
Sounds like you two are getting along. What's Numby saying?
Ja już powiedziałem jedno. Bohater z imieniem Mercedes jest osobą grzebającą w śmieciach. To potrafi gadać z dziwnymi istotami.
Wow, that's so deep. Oh, come on, stop fooling around.
Look, you guys. Looks like it wants to leave.
Oh, looks like they want to find their master. Let's follow them.
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us!
Muszę...
Where do you guys store the geomarrow? I really don't know anything. This place is filled with nothing but incompetence.
Those cowards! I guess they want to do this the hard way.
Oni pytają, gdzie trzymacie zasoby. Ja nie wiem, a ja się boję. Ci ludzie w czarnym. Ci ludzie na czarno, boję się ich. Oni piją, oni mają zaawansowaną technologię, nie. Komputery mają, nie. Trochę są boomerscy. No ale się nie dziwię, bo jest tak zwany szok technologiczny mają teraz. Przyszli właśnie kolesie z wyższą technologią, a oni wierzcie, automatony, trochę takiej, nie mają jeszcze procesorów współczesnych, bardziej bazują na takich właśnie robotach, na lampy, można tak powiedzieć, czyli taki troszeczkę to jest clockpunk, czy steampunk mi się bardziej wydaje, bo tam jest, może być też fuelpunk, jest coś takiego. Mad Max chyba był nim. Nie, bo on był post-apo, ale by też fuelpunkiem. Tam dużo się jeździło samochodami, nie? No tak, bicie potworów jest bardzo interesujące, jak widzimy. Panie się uzdrowi.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Oniok. Albo
Numpy's in a good mood.
But aren't they on the IPC side? Strange.
Spokojnie, on nam wytłumaczy.
Look, that big guy down there. Is he the one in charge?
We'll see who's really in charge. Let's go.
Proszę. To wszystko jest nieporozumienie. Ja nie znam ani Marge, ani Sele. Ja jestem zakładnikiem. już mam wymówkę. Jak będę się tłumaczył przed sądem międzygalaktycznym. Za ten rozbój.
Oh, no. Keep going.
A little something for everyone.
Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
All local. The IPC is currently conducting asset evaluation work here. Local residents are advised to follow those responsible for evacuation to the...
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine by force for yourself. You
Ach,
brought
nie ma
the
jak
locals out of
Sele
homes.
z ogniem.
I'm Get lost or suffer the consequences.
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction now. We are all powerful here.
A, mówimy o Topaz. Dobra, powiemy, że wszystko tam...
You know Topaz? It doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has no obligation to talk to anyone not related to this project. In cases where debtors fail to repay within a set time frame, the IPC reserves the right to skip negotiations and take over all assets. We're simply following the rules. What exactly is your problem?
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think? This world's been hanging by a thread, and now you're here to pull the plug on it.
Nie wiem. Ja uważam, że robią po prostu swoją robotę.
Simply following orders. Do you think I get to make those kinds of decisions?
Save your breath, March. I never held out any hope of resolving this problem peacefully. Didn't you claim the IPC was all-powerful? Well, now's the perfect chance to show us what you can do.
If I knew things were gonna get this heated, I'd have applied for overtime.
Jakbym wiedziałem, że się tak rozgrzeje, nie planowałbym. Ale to jest used asset, szczerze powiedziawszy.
Help me improve. Strike the part. Impressive.
Okej, automat.
Swords descend.
Jakby to powiedzieć tak. No tak, oni nie mają znaczenia, bo to są długi, które zrobili ich przodkowie 700 lat temu. Ile to może być około pokoleń? Poczekaj, byłoby to 7, ale muszę dodać jeszcze te połówki, bo ludzie nie żyją tak dużo. Więc tak, 8, 9 pokoleń temu. Więc to są długi, które wiecie, oni nie mają nawet pojęcia, dla nich jest szokiem, że coś takiego się musiało wydarzyć. Dobre, że nie brałem tego Danahana wzmocnionego. Ło, ale nam przywalił. Aha, bo tu trzeba zabijać tych kolesi, żeby jakby to powiedzieć, nie użył wtedy swojej mocy. Ale ma ataki, choć jest reused assets. Gdzieś to już wszystko widziałem. Ale prawdopodobnie tak się dostaniemy na tą planetę kryminalną. Pamiętam mi tak... No dobrze, że wziąłem Himeko, bo u mnie Himeko jest C1 bodajże z... C1 z kartką, też C1, bo dostałem jej bardzo dużo powtórek. Więc raczej jest w porządku. No ona jest świetna, jeżeli jest dużo przeciwników. Ale to jest killer, który jest beznadziejny w ataku. Ale bardzo mocno healuje. Ostatnio sporo ten... Tu by się przydało faktycznie mogłem wziąć Pele, ale on sobie lepiej będzie radził ze zdejmowaniem tarczy u niego. Tak, to trochę potrwa, niestety. Co coś fajnego do jedzenia? Kończyły się ciastka. A miałem sobie je kupić. Zapomniałem. Czekaj, jeszcze chyba żabka jest twarda. Tak, wyjdę, pójdę sobie do żabki, wrócę i powiem, czy skończyła się walka? Pewnie na streamach ludzie nie robili nie takie rzeczy. Ale oni, moje jednostki nie umiem ich dobić. Nareszcie. Okej, on się przygotowuje. Dobra, jest taunt, to trochę pomoże. Dobra, jest, jako tako to wyszło. O, udało się. No oni biją w dwóch, więc dobrze jak masz w kącie. Pewnie biją w kornie, nie w zależności od postaci, kiedy oni to może być albo tych dwóch, bo tu mam po środku bije, no a ja mam, że go mam tylko po tej stronie, uderza mi tego healera. Healer specjalnie ma dużo HP, po to by też dostawał bęcki. Himeko nie może mi dostawać bęcków i ten chłopczyk lodowy nie może mi dostawać bęcków, bo oni mają mało HP. Tak, że zaś przychodzi, ale 3 przyzywa, to nie 4. Dlatego to będzie trwało. Tak, XD. XD. Bicia. Ja już to trwa. Może by powiedzieć, ile ja się biję z nim? No nie umiem odjąć. Mam za słabe jednostki. Powinien wziąć pelę na niego. Himeko by została, bo ona jest mocna. No bo tylko poczekać trzeba oczywiście, aż w końcu skończę go. To chyba nie jest ostatni boss, mi się wydaje. Będziecie troszeczkę musieli na to popatrzeć. Tak naprawdę uderzam go tylko moimi AOE. Znaczy, że Rage of Arena atakami na wszystkich. I w końcu go pokonam. Tylko to trzeba... Mam bardzo stabilną drużynę, taką głównie nastawioną bardziej na obronę niż na atak. Tylko są tacy skopani, że się nie umiem ich dobić, bo nikt nie zadaje porządnych obrażeń. Spokojnie, ja jestem po to by mnie bić. Nareszcie. Mam nadzieję, że nie przyzwie oczywiście zaraz jakiś kolesi. Tak, w końcu zginął. Nie wiem ile to czasu mogą sobie nastawić ten.
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Fantilia. Did you really
Dokładnie.
think you could stop us?
Darn it! I'm all out of ammo.
Sir, we've just received word from the director.
Director Topaz? What did she say?
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%.
60%? We're done for. Attention all personnel! Evacuate the mine immediately! Erase all traces of your presence!
Ha! Okej, wycofali się.
So, are we all good here, or what?
Yeah. Judging by the looks on their faces, I don't think they'll be back. So, who is this Topaz anyway? She seems to have no problem ordering these idiots around. Or taming fragmentum creatures, for that matter.
It's a long story.
Zabezpieczają. Balbalok in depth. No muszę powiedzieć oczywiście.
Debt? What do you mean?
You should probably ask Branya to explain.
Spotykacie się codziennie, to możecie sobie pogadać na ten temat.
Why did this mess have to happen so close to the festivities? The timing couldn't have been any worse.
Oh, looks like we've got a message.
Oczywiście nie udało nam się ją przekonać.
I get the feeling Branya's worried about something. We'd better go back and see her. Are you coming with us, Zila?
Zrobią co najwyżej z tej planety wielką manufakturę tych maszyn.
The miners need to know what happened here. Branya messaged you, which means she thinks you can help. I trust her judgment.
Got it, Zila. We'll do what we can to help Branya out. Come on, to Klipoth Fort.
Okej, skończone. Midnight in the River Town.
These guys don't look like thieves.
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further. Miss Topaz.
Bellabog might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket.
Gdzie widzieć maszyny? Krótki filmik, nie będę się wyłączał. Mieliśmy obie reakcje. No! Wydarzyły się niefajne rzeczy.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. It couldn't have been easy running all over the city.
Impreza odwołana.
That's what friends are for, Branya. You don't sound like yourself. Is something wrong?
Zależy.
I'm fine. I haven't rested in a while. There's just too much happening all at once.
Nie zamęczaj się. Idź pójdź spać.
But the IPC won't wait for me to catch up. They're moving quickly. Bellabog is crawling with their agents. All they talk about is asset evaluation. The silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have issued an order against harassing the citizenry. Still, that hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor
Musisz
what
to
their
ogłosić
intentions are.
na radiu albo w telewizji. Poczekaj, wy nie macie. To się prymitywni.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again? We're curious to know what solution she has in mind.
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. I need your advice. Look.
Okej.
It's...
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please, take a look at the contents. And then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Branya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you from my own life. In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have a story to tell. As for myself, I was born on a small, unremarkable planet at the edge of the galaxy. A place whose name is known only to the native inhabitants.
Jakaś mała planeta.
My home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive, people worked laboriously, manufacturing products for other civilizations in the galaxy. mostly in chemical or heavy industries. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh. I don't recall the exact moment when it happened, but people started wearing respirators just to walk down the street.
O Boże.
All you could hear were the wheezing coughs of the people, day and night. My home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration and started anew. The majority who stayed could only struggle on amidst sewage, acid rain and dust.
Fajne miejsce do odwiedzenia.
Waiting for the end.
Możemy pójść na eksplorację tam.
Finally, one fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. In return for their help, they asked for just one thing: that all inhabitants sign a contract which would make them employees of the IPC.
A, tak to wzięli. Oni po
2
prostu
years
wchłonęli
after
wszystkich.
signing the contract, the dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take off their masks. After 3 years, vegetation and trees began to grow and thrive again. After 5 years, many animals, previously on the brink of extinction, reappeared. When I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic Investment Department. I witnessed the changes that took place on my home
Ciekawe.
world, and was determined to bring the same changes to many other worlds in the galaxy that were experiencing the same plight. I am writing to you, Miss Branya, with the genuine desire to express something important. I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, there are things of much greater value, such as survival. How many generations of Belabogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? Who can guarantee that every future Guardian will be as prudent and enlightened as you? How can you guarantee that a disaster such as the Stellaron crisis will not descend upon Belobog yet again? I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. Once you sign this contract, all of Belobog's debts will be forgiven. In addition, the IPC will set up a special team to support the reconstruction of Urilo 6.
Oh.
I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult decision, because you, and you alone, will bear the fate of all Belabogians. But because of this, I believe that you will make the right decision. A decision that will truly benefit your people.
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
Co, o czym ja myślę? To jest tak. Albo sprzedajesz... Wiesz, macie długi bezkresne prawie, że. Ogromne liczby. I tak, wszyscy będziecie pracować w ich firmie i PC. Za to odpuszczą wam dług. Ciekawe, jak długo wy odpracujecie swój dług. Tak to oni wymyślili sobie. Tracicie wolność, tracicie częścią korporacji. Międzygalaktycznej korporacji oczywiście. Może trochę ściemniać właśnie. Niezbyt jej ufam.
I agree. But it struck me as an honest letter. I found the contents quite moving.
Dobre jak mówiła.
It's hard to imagine she'd write something like this just to deceive me. In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be an extremely difficult decision. This planet's fate, the civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't and shouldn't be a decision made by me alone.
Nie.
I trust her judgment too, but what if this decision is too much for one person? The impact of this choice could haunt Branya for the rest of her life.
Dokładnie.
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. She wants me to decide as soon as possible. I wanted to put it to a vote. and let all the citizens of both
Wiedziałem.
the overworld and the underworld have their say. But with such little time,
Wybory.
I'm afraid that's a lost cause. I'll convene the Klapothfort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts.
Mamy w ogóle prawo do głosowania?
I think we should leave this matter to the Belabogians. Don't you agree? We've got your back. We failed to convince Topaz, but this should be a piece of cake.
Thank you, March. I'll
Akurat w
assemble
tym
the
momencie
ministers.
ten quest jest po prostu świetny.
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the overworld and the underworld, right? Let's start with the overworld.
Jestem ciekawy. Może to jest referendum? Mówię, wielka impreza skończyła się wielkim failem.
Well, well, look who we have here. You and Marge paying us a visit. What's the occasion?
Mamy troszeczkę zajęci jesteśmy.
Oh, sounds like something serious is happening. You'd better fill me in. What? How is that possible? I need a moment to wrap my head around this.
Serval, we're racing against the clock. No time for head wrapping.
It's okay. I've thought it through. If it were up to me, I'd sign the contract.
What? Hold on, are you serious? I thought you'd be against it for sure.
Surprised? My reasons are pretty simple. Signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving.
No,
For most of
przetrwamy,
the
to
residents
prawda.
here, especially those in the underworld,
Wy nie
that
ja.
would be more than enough to persuade them.
Ja nie mam nic do tego, ja jestem tu
As
tylko
for
przypadkowo.
working for the company, people need to work no matter where they are, right? If the IPC tries to take too many liberties, we can always rise up against them. You know, I've always longed for the stars since I was a child, which is why I devoted myself to science and the studying of the
Dlatego chciała
stars.
się przyłączyć
Someone
do
told me that I could do
naszego
whatever research I wanted,
ekspresu
only a
do kawy
small piece,
latającego
okay?
jako
I
pierwsza.
probably wouldn't hesitate.
I see. I suppose that makes sense.
Albo inaczej będzie teraz pracownikiem
Thanks
IPC.
for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
Okej. Someone is agree. Zobaczymy. Muzyk się przyłączył, dobra.
We meet again. How have you two been? Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me something's wrong.
You know?
I hope it's nothing too serious.
To jest smutne.
Sounds serious. I'm all ears.
No.
Really? You better not be making things up. I wish it were made up. Unfortunately, it's all true. We don't have much time, Pela. Branya wants to get everyone's opinion. Wait, you're telling me I have to make this huge decision on the spot? At least give me a few seconds to think it over. Okay, I think I've got it. If it were up to me, I'd probably agree to the
Ty też?
IPC's condition. Huh. Okay. Any particular reason? I've looked at some of the climate reports.
Poczekaj, mam pomysł.
Based on the data I've seen, it'll take 3 or 4 more generations for the snow to completely subside. And that's assuming no other disasters occur. I care more about those in the present than a future I can't be sure of. If the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, then I think that's a price well worth paying. Building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? But is it any fun for the engineers and architects who are directly involved in such a pursuit? I see. So compared to a distant and uncertain future, what you really care about is making sure the people around you have a good life. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
Did you have signed this petition? Sign this petition, damn it. Nie robię to jak po Stalu 2. Podpisać petycję. Gdzie jeszcze? Okej, tutaj. Sign a petition, damn it. Do you sign a petition?
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been a while. I didn't think you'd be back in Belobog so soon. It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. All these people dressed in black suddenly showed up, and even the Silvermane guards have had trouble dealing with them. Do you need my opinion? I'm happy to help.
Ciekawe, czy on powie nie.
So that's who they are. It's worse than I imagined. The Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure. Is there really nothing we can do to assist her?
We're here to gather everyone's opinion on the matter. I know this is a little sudden, but we're running out of time. What's your take?
Why, I'd refuse the contract, of course. There is no room for compromise. Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around.
Wiedziałem, że powie przeciwko, nie?
How can such people be trusted? Who's to say they won't breach the
Oni są tą część bardziej nacjonalistyczną, no bo gardy, nie? Więc w sumie wojsko. Mówiłem.
A soldier's perspective is always valuable, Dun. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion. Did we miss anyone in the overworld? I think we asked just about everyone we needed to. From what I've gathered, it seems like most people in the overworld are leaning towards signing the IPC's contract. We'd better hurry to the underworld and see what Natasha and Zia
Selena na pewno będzie
now.
przeciwko. Oczywiste. Są rzeczy, które można się domyśleć. Dobra, czas na kolejną petycję. Teraz idziemy do Burden Town.
It's getting late. Where to
What
now?
brings you two to the underworld? And why the long face?
Mam długą twarz. Dziwne powiedzonko.
Seems a little out of the blue, but since you came all this way, it must be urgent. Go ahead.
Dobra. Inteligencja z góry stwierdziła, że nie jest za tym.
That is a lot of information to take in. Sorry, both of you. I know you're in a hurry, but I need a moment to think.
No stress, Nat. Just tell us what you really think.
I've thought about it, and well, if I were Branya, I wouldn't sign it. I won't deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one. And if we refuse, Belobog will not only have the burden of a huge debt, we may also incite the wrath of a very powerful force. But even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Those who are willing to give up freedom for security will end up with neither. Living in the underworld has taught me that this phrase is true. I'd rather trek through the frigid snow plains than live in a beautiful cage.
Aha.
Wow. That's a
Wolność.
pretty convincing argument. Another vote for the against pile. Thanks for your insight, Nat.
Wiedziałem, no bo w końcu ona była dowódcą tej tutaj obrony jakby w tym miejscu, więc będzie oczywiście przeciwko temu. Wojsko jest przeciwko, część inteligencji z dołu, z góry jednak większość jest za tak. Bo traktuje Serval i tą Pele jako właśnie część inteligencji, nie? Tegoż górnego miasta, nie?
None other than the saviors of Belobog. To what do I owe the pleasure? To be honest, I'm surprised you even remembered an old geezer like me. But I can tell by the look on your faces you're probably not dropping by to say hi. Let me guess. Something to do with these unruly people in black showing up everywhere? Well, ask away. It just so happens I'm curious about them myself. Maybe I can be of some help.
Dobra. To chyba zaraz pod Nataszą.
That's a tricky situation, all right. A lot for anyone to handle, let alone someone as young as Lady Branya.
Mr. Oleg, out of all the people we know in Belobog, you have the most life experience. What do you think we should do?
Want to hear the truth? I'm afraid great ambitions and lofty plans no longer hold much appeal for an old-timer like me. If this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog back to its former self overnight, then I think the answer is clear. Have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction plan already sounds like an endless endeavor. And with the added burden of a massive debt, well, is that something we can manage on our own? What worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people. Will she be able to withstand the criticism? Is she prepared to carry the weight of a tarnished reputation for years to come?
I tu jest właśnie to jest to. Czy jest w stanie to? Czy udźwignięcie będzie przywódcą? Poprzedni był zarzucony przez Stellar, został obalony, a ona będzie nazywana Sprzedałam nasz własny kraj za długi za naszych przodków. Jej imię potem będzie Bronya The Last Supreme Guard.
I guess I never looked at it from that angle. I wouldn't wish that title on anyone. Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg. Another vote for the 4.
Ja, on jest za raczej. Tylko, że on wie o tym, dobra. Teraz będzie robot settlement i teleportujemy się do... To na pewno podzieli to społeczeństwo, oczywiście, że tak.
Miss March, big sister, what brings you to the underworld?
Hey there, Clara. Is Svarog not around?
Mr. Svarog went out for a walk with a lady called Topaz.
What? Topaz? Do you know where they went?
I'm not sure, but Mr. Svarog promised he'd be back soon.
What now? Svarog's super logical. We should definitely get his opinion. True.
Clara tu jest.
Don Hung's always saying that Clara's really insightful for her age.
Huh? Miss March, do you want to ask me something?
Bym się dziwił, gdyby ona była... Nie!
That's complicated. I don't know what to say.
It's all right, Clara. No pressure. Just tell us how you feel about it.
I think if we have a choice for the future, it should be everyone's decision. Because when I was playing with Hook, the moles, and the other kids, we talked about our dream. Everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, then doesn't that mean our dreams will never come true? Just taking away people's dreams like that.
Oh.
I don't know. It feels wrong.
You're right. Children see the world as a place where anything is possible. Just the thought of our lives being predestined from birth makes me shiver. Thanks, Clara. Your thoughts mean a lot to us. All that running around has worn me out. So, the final conclusion... The votes are completely even. I don't know what to do. Both sides have really compelling arguments.
Bologna.
Wait a minute. We
Bolognese.
forgot to ask Zila. Let's go see what she has to say. She's probably still in the Great Mine helping the miners. Come on, let's get going.
Jest tu sporo osób do pytania. Did you sign this petition? Sign this petition, damn it. No, gorąco się zrobiło na zimnym Belaborgu.
Any news? Are you feeling all right? You look a little uneasy.
Mamy ważne rzeczy.
Important matter, huh? I can tell from your tone that this isn't gonna be a light-hearted chat. But I'm ready to hear it.
My już tutaj prawie 2 godziny jesteśmy.
I think I get it. At first, I thought it was just a few IPC ruffians overstepping their boundaries.
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Belobog was at stake, right?
Right. I need a little time to process this.
As it stands, the votes are even. Your opinion will make all the difference.
Jeszcze bardziej.
In that case,
Ciężar.
I abstain.
What?
W tym momencie. To wiem, że to jest duża odpowiedzialność.
This responsibility rests on Bronia's shoulders, not mine. No matter the choice she makes, she has far greater foresight than I do. She can see the bigger picture more clearly than I can. The vote is tied. If I were to give you my view, it would tip the scales and possibly impact her final choice. I'll respect whatever decision she makes, but
Nie głosuję. Tak powiedziała.
not my
Tak to
place
można
to make
powiedzieć.
it for
Uznać,
her.
nie?
Understood, Zila. This is a difficult
W tym ich
decision
referendum.
to
No,
make, and everyone feels
nic związane z naszym
differently
światem.
about it.
Nic takiego.
It's times like these that a leader must stand up and do what's needed.
Right. It's Bronia's decision. She knows what's at stake. She won't run away from her duty. I trust her wholeheartedly. If she asks you, just let her know my reasoning. She'll understand.
Well, it's all in Bronia's hands now. She has to make the final call.
Zapomniałem, że... Kiedy ty się przebrałaś? No nie pamiętam. No. Ostatni imperator.
I'm glad Belobog has someone like her in charge. The time has come. Let's go fill her in. I'm curious to see how she's handling those Klapoth ministers.
Mówię. Gorąco w zimnym mieście, tak to trzeba nazwać. Ale podoba mi się to. To ciekawa alternatywa. Bo faktycznie nudziłem się już przy tym trzeciej walki z Terralonem. Tutaj main story jest już o wiele lepiej.
Whoa, the fort's packed. I've never seen this many people here before. Oh, jeez, I can barely even hear myself think.
Nie jest aż tyle, jest kilku staruchów.
March, you're back. So, what's the verdict? What do the people think?
We talked to people in both the overworld and the
Niezbyt
underworld.
mamy dobre wieści.
The final result was a tie.
I see. I suppose everyone has their own way of seeing things. I can't say what was Zila's perspective on the matter?
Oczywiście, że serę. Bronia lubi serę. Oczywiście.
I should have known. Sounds like Zila, all right.
Did you come to a conclusion with the ministers? Oh, it's so loud I can't tell what anyone's saying.
It's pretty much the same situation here. Neither party is willing to compromise. The time has come to make a decision. This chaos cannot be allowed to continue any longer.
O, filmik. Zikam.
All of you! I know what to do.
Podpisz, podpisz. O, proszę, Himeko wpadła.
Something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
But aren't you?
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, March. Real as they come.
No, o co chodzi?
Miss Himeko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. Thank you for all your help in our previous campaign.
Dokładnie,
Things might have
kampania
turned
to
out
była.
differently without your support. If we had known of your arrival beforehand, the architects would have given you a proper welcome. I'm afraid the current circumstances are quite exceptional.
I understand, Miss Branya. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that
Chciała
you
podpisać.
have all the
Widzieliśmy to.
relevant intel.
Masz jakieś wytłumaczenie? Czy masz jakąś odpowiedź? No to wszystko?
To call it a solution, but I might have some information that might help.
No.
It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise and informed decision.
Co IPC ukrywało? O.
Information. Please tell me what you know, Miss Himiko.
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is why she believes that the IPC's takeover of Belobog is the only way of ensuring the city's
No
survival.
tak, uratowali jej kraj, to uratują inny kraj, nie?
There's one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted the IPC's terms have been saved.
No właśnie. Nie wszystkie zostały uratowane przez IPC.
You mean...
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries inevitable risks. According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's technology is 63%.
Trochę nisko.
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly comforting.
Dokładnie.
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz is above 80%. She's undoubtedly one of the most capable people in her field.
A, ona ma 80. Normalnie to mają od 63.
These numbers, these probabilities to light. I think it's only fair that you know all the facts before making a decision. Ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand.
Tego właśnie nie powiedziała.
Miss Himiko. This information is of great help.
Możesz teraz powiedzieć, sorry, ale macie za niski
How
procent.
alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble. As a leader, I cannot let the future of Belobog hinge on a roll of the dice.
Dokładnie. Wylosowało się jeden krytyczne pudło.
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think you're making the right choice, Branya.
A na początku chciała podpisać.
I have an idea, but for it to work, I'll need everyone's cooperation. I need some time to rally all the residents in the city, and then I'll meet with Topaz again.
O,
Please locate her for me.
oficjalny
It
bunt.
doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still trying to take over Belobog's assets, I ask that you do everything in your power to stop them.
Wiedziałem, że wyląduje potem w jakimś nieciekawym miejscu po tym wszystkim.
It won't be easy dealing with her, but these two will help me get the job done.
Belobog's future is not for sale. And we'll never forget the friends who stood by us in our time of need. Not once, but twice. Stay safe, everyone.
Posrana sytuacja. Okej. Shepard, Lincoln report with the crew, Lady Bologna. Idziemy się bić. Czy idziemy się bić? O, takie to powinno być. A, i on wytłumaczył to, co się stało wtedy, no. Ale...
Shepard should be waiting for us in Rivet Town, right? Here we go again. Back to our old stomping grounds for another adventure.
Dokładnie. Faktycznie mam Himeko w zespole. Kto by się spodziewał?
It's getting late. Where to now?
Nigdzie. Siemano.
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation and asked that I assist you in locating Topaz. Ready to enter Rivet Town? We'll go in together when everyone is set.
Dobra,
Keep
idziemy.
your guards up. We might run into IPC agents ahead.
Zasion. Poczekaj, tylko bez niego. Wezmę sobie kogoś innego lodowego. Pela będzie lepsza. Tak. Yes. Of course. Wiedzę, ale potrzebuję, żeby się bić.
Wow, would you look at that? Huh. I never would have guessed it'd be here.
But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is completely surrounded by mountains. Surely they can't be.
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the towering rock formations.
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. It was right under our noses. Oh, wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very beginning? That means the architects of Eurillo 6 never used them in their fight against the Legion.
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for activating these weapons. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa Rand, were human.
I see. The stories about this world are truly captivating.
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot. Ask. Don't be shy.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion beyond any doubt?
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. Any world that comes into contact with a Stellaron is doomed. On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. But sooner or later, the underlying problems will resurface. A looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the illusion of prosperity, unnoticed by many.
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any thoughts on the matter?
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. That is all I wish to confirm regarding this matter. While my opinion on the future of this world may differ from yours, it ultimately holds no weight. I am merely a tool, not a decision maker.
If only my colleagues had the same self-awareness as you. Come on,
On żyje długo, on z samego początku jest, on ma 700 lat. To stary jest. 700 lat zbierania informacji, pamiętaj.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town. In her absence, her subordinates flooded in and took over.
The IPC soldiers are well equipped. It wouldn't be wise to fight them head on. Captain, what do you have in mind?
You're right, Miss Himiko. We'll be using the automaton stealth bomb to cover our tracks.
Automaton stealth bomb?
To.
I'll explain later. Let's get moving.
Look, down there! It's the IPC!
Keep noise to a minimum, everyone. We don't want to alert the enemy to our presence. It's time to deploy the automaton stealth bomb.
Jak to brzmi źle.
Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth bomb to wipe out the IPC threats. Remember, try to avoid being noticed. Remaining hidden will increase our chances of success.
Okej, poruszanie się. Musisz uważać. Sprint. Okej. To jest proste.
We wiped them all out in a single explosion! That's what you call efficiency!
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
You Silverman...
I've seen standard issue robots like these before. It's an IPC field team leader.
Correct. The exterior is similar to the Grizzly, but its weapons and armor are more advanced. Hopefully the automaton stealth bomb will still be effective. Let me know when you're ready. Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth bomb to wipe out the...
Tak, wiemy,
Remember,
wiemy.
try to avoid being noticed. Remaining hidden will increase our chance.
Finding goals, teamwork.
Oh no!
It's all right. We prepared. Are you ready?
Tak.
Remember.
Zawsze macie backupy.
Oh no!
It's all right. We prepared.
Nie można ich
Are you ready?
tego dobić później osobiście, muszą być razem. Głupie.
Woohoo! The coast is clear!
To be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. Good thing everything went according to plan. This is the road that Topaz took when she left Rivet Town.
Let's find her and tell her about Bronya's decision.
This time, the gloves are off.
Nieładnie ukrywać informacje o tym, że wam nie wychodzą te twoje plany naprawy. No i Old Weapon Testing mamy, tak? To jest nowa lokalizacja.
Mr. Svarog? Are you all right? I hope Topaz and her IPC henchmen didn't hurt you.
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no conflict with the IPC's representatives. Such a result would be highly undesirable. Topaz is ahead. She had the means to force me to comply with her orders, but chose not to. From her perspective, the only way to preserve Belobog is by incorporating it into the IPC. While I do not agree with her viewpoint,
I don't
I
agree.
lack the computational power to provide evidence to the contrary. While it is unlikely, I still encourage the avoidance of any potential conflict.
Unlikely potential? Meaning there could still be conflict.
Don't worry, March. The Express never pursues conflict as a first means. But if it comes down to it, we won't back down either.
Himiko's right. As long as we can look at ourselves in the mirror and know we did the right thing, that's all that matters.
Jakieś takie puste miejsce? Zawsze się warto porozglądać, nie? W końcu nowa miejscowa.
Why would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
Yes.
It's possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
Will of preservation.
A little something for everyone.
Oh, hey there, slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna show up. This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko.
Illustrious.
Some of my colleagues dream about meeting you.
Masz fanów.
I'd be surprised if you didn't. Don't underestimate the reputation of the nameless out among the stars. You're following in the footsteps of the great Akavili, after all.
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting, I presume you have a good grasp of the current situation?
Of course. The deadline has already passed, but Bronya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors. But we have very dear friends on Eurillo 6. Standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himeko, sorry for interrupting, but this doesn't sound like a
Dokładnie.
negotiation.
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10 minutes ago.
There's no fooling the Astral Express. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong. However, to keep things moving forward, there's usually only one solution.
Huh? What do you mean?
Touch na bitkę.
My superiors have granted me the approval I need.
O proszę. Jaki?
You're very curious about my work, aren't you? So many eager faces. I won't keep you in the dark any longer. Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express.
Będzie bitka. Wiedziałem.
Best kept secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby.
Będziemy się walczyć z IPC.
Projects under my wing have no room for error.
A, on zajmuje się teleportacją. We are doom! Dlatego przewidywałem to.
Netmarkers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
You won't get away.
Dlatego sobie zmieniłem part. A, wiem, wyhealowaliście.
Netmarkers activate. Time for a good old
Więcej odejmuję od tego lodowego hopa. Pięciogwiazdkowego.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens.
Przede wszystkim
and I'm no exception.
zmniejsza defę. I to jest bardzo przydatne, bo się dobrze łączy mi z Himeko, która mało atakuje. A jak ma zniszczoną defę mają, to będzie więcej atakować, po prostu normalne, nie? Ciachali. No tak, wiem, że mogę tak bufa usuwać. Puf. Puf. Łup.
Netmarkers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
You won't get away.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
To ja chyba pójdę sobie na przerwę i zostaję was z tą walką. I tak jest automatyczna, ale raczej mnie nie pokonają, bo już wiemy o tym, że... No to więc ja znikam i zostawiam was z walką. Zrobię sobie przerwę, bo chyba już czas, tak, bo... Ściśnie mnie do kibla. Wiecie o tym doskonale.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
What's in your prescription?
You won't get away.
Netmarkers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
won't get away.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
You won't get away.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
You've got a lot of nerve. Lance, forward!
Not good. What's in your prescription? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
You won't get away. You won't get away.
Ready for another?
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Lance, forward!
Not good. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
You won't get away. Lance, forward! You won't get away.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Siemano, wróciłem. Tylko przy okazji sobie jeszcze coś przekąsiłem po drodze. Co się dzieje? A nic się nie dzieje. A biją się. Mam nadzieję, że się nie zanudziliście. Ja bym się zanudził. Ja teraz sobie tutaj zitnę fajnie. Ile mam jeszcze wody? Mało. Ludziskarz, pośpieszcie się, no. Mało HP mu zostało. Dobrze, że się ładuje szybko moce, więc może... Mówię, to się świetnie łączą ze sobą. To muszę przyznać, faktycznie to działa. Bardzo dobrze to działa. Ja nie wiem, czy w ogóle jutro będę zrobił streama, więc wolałem też zrobić dzisiaj streama. Miał być czwartek oczywiście, pamiętajmy, że zapomniałem. Jak tam się wam gry podobają, piszcie jakie. Najbardziej z moich serii. Podejrzewam, że nie ta, więc zapytanie to teraz na tej serii nie jest zbytnio mądre. No. Mało HP mu zostało. No właśnie, no jest ten sam, co tamten koleś. Standardowy. A może...
Incredible. No wonder the Astral Express is so highly regarded. Finished warming up? Now it's my turn.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons.
A chciał się bić! Pewnie mnie nieźle wkopała.
You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of control.
Ogółem.
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves. That would hardly be becoming of you.
I would never do such a thing. There was an important matter that required my attention.
More important than this?
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to help us evaluate our current progress.
Help you? That's interesting. I was under the impression you'd already decided to obstruct our operations here.
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched me. Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yorillo 6. So I can understand your perspective on the issue and the position you have taken. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find common ground through peaceful means.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior just now. It was, inappropriate. I admire your determination, seeing as we've come, this far. I've changed my mind. I'll hold off a little longer and see what you have to show me. But remember, winning over the higher-ups won't be easy.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one step at a time. The first step was changing your mind. Members of the Express, we'll need your help too.
Niby w czym? Co ty kombinujesz? Ja już nic nie rozumiem.
What a dismal sight. This district. Have you been here before?
Yes. This is where we put an end to it all.
And then began again.
That's right. Kyle, sorry for the delay. Are we clear to proceed?
On ma imię.
The path ahead is clear, Madam Guardian. You and your companions can proceed north without hindrance.
Excellent. The mountain road ahead is a little treacherous. Watch your step. Let's go.
A, idziemy zaś.
What is this place?
Właśnie.
We've never been here before, right?
Path of Creation.
We've only recently discovered this domain.
Aha, świeżo
Let's keep
odkryte.
moving forward. What I want to show you is just ahead.
Okej. Się bawi, wiecie, z tym swoim... Coś under construction ciągle.
Look. The people of Belobog have not given up. I just want to give them a chance.
Wielka rekonstrukcja. Dobre rzeczy,
Do you
jak to powiedziałem.
recognize that broken down machine over there?
Edge of Creation? To co wtedy waliło pięchą?
You might. Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belobog. I was wondering if there was any information on the engine of creation in your records?
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible. Such such a massive feat of engineering, yet there's not a single mention of it in any of the Strategic Investment Department's reports.
I may know the reason why. The engine of creation was constructed solely by the people of Belobog, without any external assistance.
Ah, Foza!
The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Rand. While warriors fought on the front lines, the engineers worked tirelessly behind the scenes, designing and constructing it.
So what you're saying is the engine of creation was a weapon constructed by the Belabogians themselves?
Yes, but not entirely. The engine of creation was commissioned for combat shortly after its completion, and played a significant role in the battles against the Legion. But Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody anticipated. For a long time, this feat of engineering was codenamed the Geological Reconstruction Unit.
O, proszę.
It was actually given a much grander purpose. To help the Belabogians rebuild their homeland and restore their world to its former glory, after driving away all those who threatened it.
Remarkable. A vision that would transcend both time and generations of Belabogians.
No, wytrzymali są, jeżeli chodzi o takie
Rand
próby.
was truly an inspiring leader. Not to take away from the Supreme Guardian in front of me. She's quite the inspiring leader as well.
Thank you. But I didn't really do anything.
Serio?
All I did was bring the people of Belobog together and make them aware that our hard-earned freedom was under immense threat once again. If we want to preserve this freedom, we must act and show those who doubt us that we Belobog have the will and the ability to control our own destiny. The outcome of our mobilization speaks for itself. The children of Belobog have made their decision. They have chosen to preserve this homeland with their own two hands.
I must say, I didn't anticipate this at all. I'll fight for this opportunity for you, Branya. I shouldn't have conflated your own circumstances with my childhood. That was a serious lapse of judgment on my part. My world never had a resolute leader, so people gave up on the idea of saving themselves.
Nie mieli przywódców mocnych.
Your civilization has persisted through the snow and storms for 700 years.
Zostali tylko twardzi.
A truly admirable feat.
Then, are you willing to retract your previous decision? As for the debt, we'll find a way to gradually repay it. But it'll take some time.
Unfortunately, the acquisition of Urilla 6 is a strategic decision that's been approved by the IPC's top brass. Even if I wanted to overturn it, convincing them would be extremely difficult.
Niestety.
Unless...
Wiadomo. Wpływy.
Don't worry, Miss Topaz. Myself and all of the nameless aboard the Astral Express are willing to vouch for this world.
Fantastic. That might just work.
It just
As
works.
for
It
the
just works.
reports and potential accountability, I'll handle it.
Okej. Jak przekonasz swoich lordów? Okej. Tak, tu bronię już nie mówiliśmy z nimi? To jest tam... Mini miejscówka, tak? Mobile phone expert. Teja. Uwaga, można się pośliznąć.
Miss Topaz, you mentioned accountability.
Don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle. There are more important things than titles and ranks. Finding the best solution is what matters most.
Will they cut the pay?
If that's what they want to do, then so be it. I've long passed the stage of working just for money.
Thank you so much for all you've done. I never thought we'd drag the Express into a crisis again. Much less one that might cause a rift between you and the IPC.
Rift? I wouldn't go that far. Also, it's me who's mostly to blame. I didn't keep my subordinates in check.
Through his EPC request, you will throw the financial rounds of interest.
17? Oh, I think I might know who you're talking about. You could say he's a special case. For most people, the interview process is much shorter.
Aha, to wiemy o tym, że on był po prostu beznadziejny.
Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been through. I've arranged rooms for you all at the Goethe Hotel. Miss Topaz, if you need somewhere comfortable to stay.
I appreciate the offer, but I need to head back and deliver my reports. It's been great getting to know you both. I hope we can work together again in the future. Only next time under better circumstances.
No, to zależy. Okej, tu gdzieś jest teleport do odblokowania. Okej, mamy Archona. Jest też, się nazywa Pulse of the Creation i Robot Settlement, nie? Czy jakoś to było ten nowe miejsce? Aha, no to tam było jakieś inne miejsce, dobra. Idziemy w standard. Co mi to w ogóle pokazuje? Aha, że pojawiło się nowe miejsce. Tak, tak, to prawda. Deport.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Czy będziemy się dalej tam chować w szafie? Tego nie wiem. Się zobaczy, jak wejdę do lobby.
I've been wondering, how did you figure out what was happening here on Belobog, Himeko?
Well, you know, keeping an eye on the crew is just another part of a navigator's job.
Jesteśmy cały czas obserwowani. Inwigilowani też. A Kawil może był taki powalony na punkcie właśnie jednak informacji i wiedzy. Nie zamkną nas teraz?
March was looking forward to the Soulworm Festival for ages. Looks like she's missed her chance. This time. I never thought this trip would be so... tiring. Time for bed.
Time for bed.
In light of the events that have transpired, we will be taking the following disciplinary measures against you. Your rank will be demoted from P45 to P44 with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses for the current cycle will be revoked, including stock options and performance bonuses. You will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty, you may also file an appeal in writing.
I have no objection.
Understood. Is there anything else anyone would like to add? If there are no further remarks, this meeting is concluded.
You only got demoted one rank? Whew, you dodged a bullet there. Pretty big project to mess up on. Someone must be looking out for you. Oh, they've already left the call. Ugh, this voice changer is driving me crazy.
Let me turn it off.
Aventurine, why are you still on the line?
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss. Oh, wait. I guess I am now.
On ma rangę 45 na 44 jakąś. Jakieś tam pokręcone rangi mają.
Can I help you? If you've got something to say it already.
Oh, nothing important. Just checking in on you. I told you Eurillo 6 would be a high-risk, low-reward case. Why do you even bother? In our line of work, having a kind heart can be more of a liability than an asset. If you're not careful, you'll end up leading yourself down a dead-end road.
Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up.
Wait, hold on a minute. Don't hang up, I get it. You're not in the mood for this conversation right now. Okay. How about this? Something that might interest you. While you were enjoying your playtime on Eurillo 6, Diamond was busy taking care of the head honcho of the Building Material Logistics Department. That's why he didn't attend today's meeting.
A Terravan?
That's right. The renowned Terravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his support behind us instead of the Marketing Development Department for once. Oswaldo won't be laughing anymore. Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Your antics on such a crucial day can't exactly have painted the Strategic Investment Department in a good light, you know? Since you get the point, let's get down to business. I'm currently at Pier Point. There's a major deal that could affect the whole department. I just so happen to need a reliable project manager for the job. What do you say, old friend?
Huh. And what prompted the mighty Aventurine to start collaborating with others?
Penacony. What else?
What?
Penacony?
That's
Gdzieś to
right.
słyszałem już.
Now that's the kind of reaction I was hoping for.
Hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or Obsidian to handle it. At least someone higher than rank P46.
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable characters. If you ask me, doing business with them is a lost cause. But as we both know, the IPC does more than just business deals. Guess it's my time to shine. So, how about it? This is a rare opportunity. Consider it. You never know, you might even be able to make up for your blunder on your Eurillo 6.
I'll get back to you later.
Okej, cała informacja była ciekawa.
Seems like it's just one wild ride after another.
A to nie mają takie zlecenie, oni biorą zlecenie, masz stare długi do odebrania, tam 700 lat było, weź tym się załatw, a to leżało, nikt tego nie chciał brać, bo to gówniane było, ona se to wzięła, no i spaliła, no. No po prostu. To nie są tak jakby paid, tylko po prostu... Jak oni się nazywają? Ci co zajmują rzeczy, tak jak to się bawiłem wtedy.
The snow is mesmerizing.
O, ładny widok na bylobóg. I complete the future market. Okay. Visitor verification, ability visitor express come across Nowe with the return to the express. Okej, wpadła na ekspres, coś tu mamy, jakieś informacje. Hello, it's Mercedes. Yes, I am. Who are you? That's good. Anyone, please allow me to introduce myself. I'm the wielder in the Integrated Peace Comparison Strategy Environment Development. I'm connecting to you to recommend your video in your video game. What game? Understood. Another promotion? Jaka gra? Awesome. What game? Now please allow me to get back in the introduction. Game is called Arternium Wars. It's the Galactic Tier Top Class AAA Kultura Brand Spearhead type EPC Marketing Development. Development collaboration with the Industrial Network and Media Player. To dobrze. That's impressive. Aha. One you are the blocks buster after all. Many words in the collection game, but it's nothing but ordinary training game in Imagines. I can use the EPC copyright technology and the Siemens Ether coin. Put in the other copy tag as the player and some cool. No, spoko. Sounds fun. Can we play the game? Also, we finally got a new player to favorite game. And you have instead free to come to Rivet Town Plaza in Jarlo. Try it yourself. If you don't want to again, then after the camera, but please enjoy. I don't have a time. No problem ready for you. Okej. To było po prostu uruchamianie sobie dodatkowe questa. Niebieskich questów nie robimy oczywiście my tutaj. Mogę w końcu zrobić... Okej, mogę sobie wziąć... mogę wziąć Lukę, którego nie mam. Ale bardzo by mnie interesowała też wziąć serwal, ale prawie w ogóle już nie gram, więc wezmę sobie lukę, żeby po prostu mieć więcej wszystkich 4-gwiazdkowych postaci. Okej, tu trzeba zrobić rzeczy. Okej, tu jest Companion Mission i tu mamy ją do losowania. Idealne miejsce do losowania, co sobie polosujemy. Mam 5, mam. Warpujemy. Tak jak obiecywałem, tak zrobię, tak będzie. Skip. Proszę. Kolejny Destruction w kolekcji. I Tingyung przy okazji. No to mamy Jingulin. Sposób walki tej babki mi się podobał, więc będzie git. I sobie zrobimy jeszcze warpa. Skip. Dzisiaj błogosławił mnie lud. Mam Jeoparda, którego chciałem zdobyć jako dodatkowy preservation. I mam. Co chciałem. Zdobyłem. Co chciałem. Zdobyłem i zwyciężyłem. I kartę Luki. Co ja tu mam wziąć? Jest ktoś, kogo nie ma? Mam Bailu, mam jego, mam Krale, mam Jeoparda, mam bronię, mam... Nie mam Welta, dobra. Po prostu sobie wezmę Welta. A może Jeoparda C1. Tego się nie spodziewałem, szczerze powiedziawszy. Potem polosuję sobie tylko kartę dla niej, ale to raczej już nie będzie trzebało, bo tutaj trzeba ekwipunkować coś pod Destruction. A ja nie mam prawie nic. Tu mam kartę, którą kupiłem. Tu mam kartę, którą wylosowałem. Mogę wziąć jego. I to będzie damaga Burn and Bleed. Kompletnie bez sensu. Basic skill, ultimate attack when level against Mr. Velus. Coś. Okej, to weźmiemy sobie tą dla ciebie. A dla Klary... Co ja robię? Tom equip, tak, od Klary. Klara za to dostanie... Tinguan w ogóle ma... C4 dostałem na niej. Lightcon. Podłączymy ten od hooka. Bo jest burn albo bleed, no... Jest w stanie bleedować, Jest mogę ją, potem to wyleweruję przy niej, jakby żeby była użyteczna. No i Lightcon. Na razie użyjemy po prostu któryś z tych, co mam. O, to jest ona. Też wiem, kto to jest na tym obrazku. To jest pod burn. Na razie cokolwiek. Relikt, cokolwiek. A, SPD mu podłączył. I tutaj cokolwiek. Na razie cokolwiek. Potem poleworujemy, porobimy resztę. Aha, trzeba iść na questa i to jest... to też przy okazji pójdziemy. I będziemy się jeszcze... Pokażę przynajmniej to podstawowe, co tam się dzieje, nie? Losowanko było. Poczekaj, gdzie ja lecę? Aha, faktycznie muszę iść tutaj. No to idziemy. Report inaczej. O. Merch?
Uh-huh. Who's Wilder? And what's Ethereum Wars?
Też się to zastanawiam. What's the ad game to looks pretty cool.
Game ad?
To jest ta gra, którą właśnie czytaliśmy.
Using the IPC's cutting-edge ether copying technology, we can record any creature you've seen inside of an ether coin. Just print it out and compete against other players. Let your ether spirits fight for your glory. Oh, seems pretty neat, don't you think?
No.
Right? I knew you were a gamer. Wanna check it out on the way?
A może oni gadają o grach w grze? Let's do it.
I've
Let's do
heard
it.
that Stellaron Hunter
Do
Ball
it.
uses this kind of tech. Maybe we can see it in action. It's at the Rivet Town Plaza, right? Let's hit the road. There's no time like the present.
Tak jak poprzednio też porobimy sobie Rivet Town, TP, jedziemy.
That uniform. Was it him that texted you?
Nie wiem, zaraz zobaczymy.
I knew you'd come. Come on, let's chat about Ethereum Wars. I've been playing it for 18 years, so ask me anything. I'll tell you everything I know.
That's right.
Nie będę cię pytał nic. Spadaj, bo ty to.
I can't believe it. I finally managed to successfully promote the game.
Is it that?
I dużymi napisami napisane.
No, of course not.
This game sucks.
Someone's been playing this game for so long. I guess it's hard for those who haven't played it to understand. I swear on my reputation that this game is truly the best form of entertainment out there. I'll take the rap if you don't like it. There's no time to waste. Since you're both interested, let me take you to the festival service hall to register your accounts.
Nie lubię tego gościa od razu.
The atmosphere here is so different now. It's so lively.
So you guys have been here before? The corporation recently saw the potential in Urilla 6 and decided to renovate the...
Aha, już rozumiemy, no.
Take a look.
Wzięli renowację i PC jednak trochę zarobi jednak na tym, co chce.
The Ethereum Wars Gaming Association specifically chose this planet to help rejuvenate it and bring it up to date with the latest trends.
Good. Everything is going according to plan.
Is that Mr. Giovanni? Is that you?
Giovanni Giorgio. My name is Giovanni Giorgio.
Wilder! I was just wondering where you'd got to. Oh, and you brought along two beautiful young ladies. Welcome to my arena.
No, to jest ewidentnie, jak wybierzesz postać kobiecą. Lubię, kiedy jest to uwzględniane. Ale jeszcze nie mówię mojego imienia, mam dość proste imię. Mercedes. Giovanni Giorgio.
Look at his mask. Pretty cool, don't you think?
Yo, mask face, introduce yourself.
Look at me, forgetting my manner. My name is Giovanni Di Giorgio de Epsilon, a humble private trader from Epsilon and the sole sponsor of this year's...
A nie, to jest naprawdę Giovanni Giorgio.
Festival.
Jest ten mem z Giovanni Giorgio, mi się
If
przypomniał.
there's anything I can do for you, don't hesitate to ask.
Thanks for introducing yourself, Mr. Giovanni Di...
Giorgio.
something?
Giovanni Giorgio.
You seem like a pretty important person.
Nie.
What brings you to this kind of place?
No, co cię tu przychodzi?
You truly live up to your reputation as the saviors of Belobog. Now, let me answer Miss March's question. As you can see, the Interastral Tournament Festival is about to be held on this beautiful, icy planet. And as the sole sponsor of this event, it's only natural for me to come to the tournament venue and check on its operation. Furthermore, I'd also like to get to know the players of the tournament, including yourselves. One can never have too many friends when it comes to doing business in this vast universe of ours. If you'd be willing to call me friend, it would be a great honor to have you as such.
Oh, weird mask, strange vibes, a little out of touch. But he seems friendly enough, right?
Something off.
Yeah, but he really doesn't seem like a bad guy.
I understand your sentiment. In that case, allow me to show you a little more sincerity. I believe Wilder has already filled you in on the Ethereum Wars, but if you have any questions about the Interastral Tournament Festival,
Nie mam żadnych pytań.
I'd be more than happy to answer them for you.
Mr. Giovanni, let me take care of it. It's my job, after all.
Don't worry, Wilder. It's only natural that I introduce the festival to my new friends here. You can go ahead and attend to other matters while I show these two around.
Thank you, Mr. Giovanni. I'll be off then.
Wytłumacz mi zasady i zaczynamy, dobra?
Ask me about the Interastral Tournament Festival and the venue. Is there anything in particular you'd like to know?
No.
Actually, I have a question.
Ja nie mam.
You've been explaining a lot about the venue, but I'm still confused about the game. Can we actually give it a go?
Why, of course, not a problem.
Nareszcie.
I'll make an exception.
Chcę coś pokazać ciekawego.
You can borrow my ether spirits and experience the thrill of battle.
Nara, Giovanni Giorgio.
What's all the commotion?
Hey, twerp! Hand over that coin.
Oh, you little brat! Who said you could touch this?
O nie. To tylko kaszojat.
But this is mine. I found it on the ground.
A, ten dzieciak.
Picking on a kid, are we?
Outworlder lady, careful. They're dangerous.
Don't sweat it. Leave them to us.
I say, my IPC friends, I can see how captivated you are by that coin. Am I right in assuming that you're also Ethereum Wars player?
Where did that masked dude come from? And what does it have to do with you, whether I'm a player or not?
Exactly! What's it to you? Sneaking around with a mask on? You must be some kind of creep.
Zabawne, że oni mają też maski.
Since you're both players, why not have a showdown to settle the matter? Following the proper rules of the game, of course.
Giovanni
But instead of this young boy, I propose that these two young ladies
Terini, Mario.
If they lose, the coin will naturally become yours, and you can do as you wish with it. But if you lose, I would kindly ask that you gracefully accept defeat and refrain from causing any more trouble in my arena.
Brzmi spoko.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Here are a few beginner-level ether spirits for you. They'll help you get the hang of the game's pace and rules. If you have trouble handling these beginner spirits, it might indicate that this game isn't the best choice for you.
You've got some nerve.
You're in for a rude awakening. Prepare to face the might of Topaz's support squad!
Okej, begin showdown. I teraz zobaczymy w ogóle mechanikę całej tej gry, tego eventu. Okej. I tu jest rotacja. Że on jest monster, tu jest chyba ludzie, a tutaj są... proszę nie. A tu są... tak, humanoid, mechikani i aberracje. O. Humanoidalne stworzenia pokonują mechaniczne stworzenia, a mechaniczne stworzenia pokonują aberracje, a aberracje pokonują humanoidalne stworzenia. Okej. Tak wiemy już. No i walczę potworami, nie? Pokemony normalnie. Tak, wiemy. Wiemy już to. Tego... Łatwiej odejmuje im, bo mają tą... Ciekawie to zrobili, po prostu Pokemony. Tylko w wersji Honkai starylowej.
Thanks, Miss March.
Glad to hear.
Why were those IPC workers threatening you?
I don't know.
Nie wiem, jestem tylko
Based
kaszojadem.
on the appearance of the coin alone, it's difficult to discern any significance. As for who it belongs to, that's also a mystery. Didn't they mention something else? Topaz?
Yeah, they mentioned Miss Topaz. What's that all about?
No właśnie.
I know. They said they were...
Ty jesteś kaszojadem, niczego nie słuchamy?
Would Miss believe she'd be that desperate.
I think there must be some kind of misunderstanding. I have had some interactions with Miss Topaz, and this doesn't seem like her way of dealing with people.
I suppose that means this coin doesn't belong to Miss Topaz after all.
Dokładnie.
I wonder whose it could be. It doesn't seem to have any info on it.
Indeed. There is no information on the ether coin that could help us trace it back to its owner. It seems returning it to its rightful owner will be quite the challenge.
I think it'd be better if you kept it.
Don't mind if I do.
Hey, have you forgotten your manners?
I have no clue what this is, or
Dokładnie.
you guys can find a better use for this.
Dokładnie, znajdę lepiej. Jesteś kaszojadem,
Well,
możesz
when
iść.
you put it that way, looks like we'll hold on to it for now. What do you think, Mr. Giovanni?
I have no objections. After all,
Bujam się z nią, czego mogłem się spodziewać.
Ethereum Wars. I say, why not put the coin to good use?
It's settled then. I need
Tak, tak, idź do swojego tatuśka, spaduja.
Off. Maybe we ought to take him home? What if he bumps into more IPC goons?
Oh, no need to worry. The majority of the IPC's employees are quite professional. Wouldn't dream of tarnishing their company's reputation. Now,
Sorry, za
I
długo
suggest
Ederlinga
that
się
both of you
naoglądałem.
summon the coin's ether spirit.
Choć teraz ostatnio oglądam teraz
After
Lies of
all,
P.
it's the first one that you've truly acquired for
Trochę
yourselves.
Baldur's
It'd be nice
Gate'a
for you to get to know each other, don't you think?
Cyberpuna.
Oh, you're right. Let me see.
Co wy robicie w wolnym czasie?
Coin work again?
Mówcie, piszcie.
There we go. It's warp trot.
A warp trotter. This is quite a rare ether spirit, but they're not very powerful. Why would those IPC folks be after it?
Oink, 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 oink.
What do we do? What do we do? Did we do something wrong?
What did you do?
Don't worry, Ms. March. It's likely the warp trotter is just naturally timid. I must say, though, this one is a bit peculiar. Ether spirits are usually just digital representations of creatures. They shouldn't possess any specific traits. According to their programming, ether spirits are supposed to obediently follow a player's commands and faithfully execute their instructions. Which doesn't seem to be the case right now.
So what now? Maybe you could try giving them a command?
Warp to reduce tylko.
Looks like it.
Niestety nie działa.
They're likely acting this way due to some sort of data anomaly or discrepancy. It would be best to report this issue to the Ethereum Wars project team, so they can address it accordingly.
But wouldn't that mean getting rid of them? No way! We can't hand them over to the IPC. Let's just keep them.
Jakiś plan.
Awesome! I knew you wouldn't abandon such a cute and defenseless creature. Alrighty then. Let's take this little fella with us to the festival. Now I think it's time we came up with a catchy... Got any good ideas?
Pomyślmy.
I'll lend you an extra brain cell.
Warp Totler. Totler. Bubles. Puffball. Puffball.
Oh, that's a good one. I like it. It's up to you. Do you want to try something different?
It's fine.
Look! They're reacting. Seems like they
Nadaliśmy imię naszemu Pokemonowi. Nie, to są Pokemony. To nie jest Pokemon Go. I play Pokemon Go. The real I play Pokemon Go. Mem. Przepraszam, ten mem mi wlazł do głowy i nie umie wyjść tak samo jak tylko jedną głowie mam, gram, lecę stąd, krainę zapomnienia. To też mi siedzi w głowie cały czas. Let's go to gold.
Well, isn't this a delightful turn of events? Now let me show you how to navigate the Ethereum Wars player terminal. Right this way, please.
Inne ciekawe rzeczy. Okej, mamy Ether Coin. A nie, Ether to nie jest ten główny bohater z Genshin Impact? On się nazywa Ether. Ether i Lumine.
This is the Ethereum Wars player terminal. Give it a try.
Okej, i tu mamy bla bla. Bla bla. Lever mój. I tu można zrobić X-a. Dobra.
It seems kind of complicated.
Nie.
Have you got the hang of it yet?
Yep, only took 10 minutes.
Pretty impressive. So if
Tournament.
we encounter any problems, we'll know who to turn to for
A
help.
potem oni walczą ze sobą. My walczymy między sobą, a potem walczymy w mistrzostwach, a potem się wygramy. Turnament, dokładnie. Kasja Budokai, nie wiem jak wy... No. W Dragon Ballu, nie?
Please excuse me if you may. I have a few other facilities to inspect to ensure the festival runs smoothly. If you have any problems, the staff at the service hall will be more than happy to assist you. I wish you all a memorable festival. Farewell for now, dear friend.
Okay, looks like we've learned all the essentials. Let the fun begin. Let's head towards the first victory zone. Corridor of Fading Echoes.
Okej, i możemy tutaj sobie po prostu kontynuować. Ja sobie pokontynuuję już poza kamerą oczywiście. Chyba mam już dość. Marcz jest nie do wytrzymania. Co mamy? To jest właśnie ten event, który właśnie rozpoczynaliśmy. Arterium Wars, co będę sobie grał. Mamy Companion Quest, właśnie doczynającą się naszej nowej zdobyczy. Możemy sobie oczywiście triala pobiegać. Oczywiście sobie zobaczę zaraz. Czy to jeszcze możemy pójść razem. Oczywiście jest dalej to, nienawidzę tego. Słom Disaster jest okropny. Nie umiem w to grać to teraz. I rozdają po prostu darmowe punkty, można dolosować, ja sobie to potem polosuję, ale sobie sprawdzimy jeszcze ją przed końcem. Gains charging after when attacking, including the number of charges, serve included and not from action, okej. Okej. A! Taką aurę. Haha, za lodza, kiedy bije się, dobra. Basic attack, transcendence flash, this attack damage enemy up to one stack of synergy, albo sygzy. Netful ultimate, this massive ice damage target to, this ice damage to accent target for one stack of sygzy. Jakieś tam talenty ma ze sygzy, frozen dużo ma, action, throat, frozen. Teraz oczywiście ona jest Destruction, mamy lód Destruction, a nie jeszcze lodu Destructiona nie mam. Mam teraz chyba wszystko lodowe już. No to jest tak, co sygzy ma. Dzyn, dzyn.
Welcome, customers.
Dzyn, dzyn.
A thousand wonders. Fight is fun.
Dzyn, dzyn zrobione.
All will be revealed.
Ładne ataki mam, powiem szczerze. Ale oczywiście moja postać nie będzie dodawała, bo on pewnie ma jakieś C15. W sumie spoko postać, bo graliśmy sobie. Ja sobie to wszystko zrobię już poza kamerą. Cały event, jak zawsze. To już wiecie ode mnie od razu. Teraz sobie claimujemy wszystko. Co tu jeszcze mamy? Achievementy, misje. To sobie wszystko już zrobię off camera. Bardzo dziękuję za oglądanie, bardzo dziękuję, że wpadliście do mnie. Nie wiem, czy będzie jutro stream, jak to się zobaczy, dlatego chciałem zrobić teraz sobotni, żeby potem jutro zobaczymy, co się dalej będzie działo. Losowanko było bardzo udane, mam dwie fajne postacie, które jedną... jakbym wylosował, czy nie wylosował, to nieważne, ale Destruction loot się mi przyda, bo właśnie narzekałem, że mam za słaby loot. Teraz już będę miał mocny loot. Kolejna fajna rzecz to Jeopard. Będę miał teraz tanka od lodu, który może potrafi ciągle przyzywać ścianę lodu, po prostu można powiedzieć. Więc w sumie bardzo udany Losowanko miałem wyjątkowo, więc jestem bardzo zadowolony. Ja sobie ich potem poleweruję, ale to wyszło w kamera, to już wiecie sami. No to co, mogę tylko wam podziękować, że byliście na streamie. Pamiętajcie, by zostawić grę na zlecenie, na jutrzejszy odcinek, żeby można było już losować kolejny, zrobić ankietkę i te sprawy. Dawno myśmy tego nie robili, dość dużo się działo, więc gdzieś się to wszystko wtrzymało. No to cześć, to czołem, no to pa, no to bardzo dziękuję, że byliście. Zostawcie oczywiście suba i lajka, na dole będą wszystkie linki w opisie do moich socjali, na które oczywiście was zapraszam. Tutaj gdzieś potem wstawię karty na poprzedni odcineczek, na który też zapraszam. Oczywiście fajne komentarze też będą dobrze pasowały, więc dziękuję za oglądanie, cześć, czołem, zobaczymy się w następnym streamku, albo jutro, albo w przyszłości. Cześć, czołem, pa, następnego, cześć, było fajnie, pa, fajnie, pa.